Hi everyone! We need to go over everything you'll need for gel strengthening. As you know, it all starts with proper nail prep. I'll be using this half moon file with 180 grit. I have a peel and stick replacement file attached to a metal base. I use this file to prep the nail perimeter, removing the pterygium near the cuticle and along the lateral folds. The curved side is the most comfortable for me to use here. If you prefer to prep the cuticle area and side walls with a bit, for example if you do a dry or combo manicure, you can certainly use a straight file. I recommend a 150 to 180 grit. It's the most comfortable range for gel strengthening work. I'll also be using a buffer. Mine is a standard buffer, around 150 to 180 grit. I'll be using the 150 grit side. What exactly am I doing with the buffer? I'm removing the lipid layer and lifting the nail scales. Why a buffer? Because it's more delicate on the natural nail. If the buffer has enough grit, it works perfectly and gets the job done right. Next, lint-free wipes. I'll go into more detail because I really love these specific ones. They aren't perforated. They actually look like waxing strips, just smaller. The fibers are compressed, which makes them feel a bit rough or textured. Thanks to this texture, they're excellent at picking up dust and absorbing liquid perfectly. For prep, I use 99% isopropyl alcohol. I don't use other prep liquids because alcohol handles the job 100%. It de-oils and cleanses perfectly. Most importantly, it won't cause allergic reactions for your clients. Other prep products might contain oils or additives that aren't even necessary for a dehydrator, so we just use 99% alcohol. Next, we'll need bits. For our filing technique, I use carbide bits. I usually use this Christmas tree bit for both product removal and cleaning out the free edge from underneath. We need a fairly slim tip, but it must be rounded. This is very important. That way, when the bit is spinning, you can work comfortably even if the tip touches the skin. We try not to touch the skin, but if it happens accidentally, this safety bit won't cut the client. Sometimes on short nails, I may use a diamond bit, but note that the tip here is also rounded. To remove dust, I use disposable finger brushes. I stick them right onto the pinky of my glove. While I'm working, I just brush away the dust. It's soft and convenient. I love that it's disposable. Work with one client, take off the glove and toss it out. You can also use a regular dust brush, but I personally don't use one. I find disposable brushes much more convenient. Also, always keep an orange wood stick handy to push back the cuticle or quickly wipe away any gel if it runs. We'll need brushes. I use ones from Gel Point. What I like is that their brushes come with removable heads. The only downside is that currently they're sold without a second side. Hopefully they'll update that. I found my own workaround. I had an old liner brush and I swapped the brush head. Now I have a convenient double-ended brush. On one side a brush for gel application, on the other side a fine liner brush for detailing or correcting. This is not essential at all. You can simply use a standard double-ended brush. For example, a petal, oval gel brush on one side and a liner brush on the other for touch-ups. I also have a thin detail brush. Again, not a must-have if you already own a fine liner, but it can be very useful for nail art detailing, so it's nice to have in your kit. Next, I use a handheld LED lamp, flash lamp from Gel Point. It's very convenient. It charges via Type-C but works completely cordless. It's powerful enough for a quick flash cure. Just press the button, cure for a few seconds, and turn it off. It just sits on the table, which is super handy. But be careful, don't let the light hit your brushes or your open jar of gel, or you'll ruin your material right in the middle of your service. Now let's talk materials. I work with Gel Point. For the base coat, we definitely need a rubber base. It has to be very flexible. You can test your base, apply it to a piece of foam backing, plastic, cure it, and once it cools, it should easily roll into a tube without cracking. An important point, this specific base does not require a primer. However, if the system you are using requires a primer, according to their protocol, do not skip it. The base is our bonding layer. Without a flexible foundation, a hard gel simply won't stay on. I choose a gel that has a runny, low viscosity. See how fast the drop slides down? It's almost like a rubber base in consistency, which gives you incredible speed. But for everything to hold, we need the correct architecture. Test your gel, cure a medium drop. It should be hard but not brittle like glass when you apply pressure. For the color, the criteria are simple: easy application and a good cure. Regarding the top coat, I'm using a bright red right now, so I'll use the Crystal Shine top coat with UV inhibitors so the color doesn't fade. If I were working with black, I'd use a non-wipe top coat without UV filters so it doesn't look blue in the sun. And finally, check your lamp. It should be a powerful LED lamp. Old UV lamps might not fully cure the material inside, which leads to lifting. Of course, you'll need an e-file and preferably a dust collector. That's it for the intro on materials. Thank you for watching.